Good morning. And so that is where I slept last night. I actually managed to sleep okay, fortunately, and then got cleaned up a little bit in the restroom at the mechanic there. This is the thriving, bustling city of Happy Camp. Lots of trees around, as you can see. The Marble Mountains are out there. And so I'm now waiting for the mechanic to take a look and hope that it is a quick, easy, inexpensive fix. One can hope. We'll see. So bad news. The fuel pump is out. They don't have that part here. And the owner here is going into hip surgery tomorrow and is going to be out of commission. And so he's saying they can't deal with it. I'm going to have it towed from here. And that will be really expensive, and then have to have it fixed, which he said would probably be another $350, at which point I've put more into the car than it's worth probably at that point. And so I'm offering to sell it to him, and he's going to check the value, and he's considering doing that. So then I'll be hitchhiking out of here, so we'll see what happens. All right, the deal is done. Sold for $1,250 is what he's going to buy it from me for. And so now I'm going to do a total rearrange of my stuff here because I have too much stuff to, hitchhike out of here, which is what I'm going to be doing. Fortunately, there's a post office right there. And so I got a couple of boxes here. And so I'm going to pack up stuff that I don't need and mail that to my mom's house down in Mendocino County, south of here, which is where I was headed ultimately for now anyways. And then trying to decide, I'm actually still thinking of doing the backpacking. Hitching south from here to the turnoff and then getting up that road that I broke down on with some hunters or whatever, and going out for several days and then coming back and hitching back south from here. I'm not completely certain I'm going to do that yet, but I have to pack accordingly. I mean, one thing is that I have all this food, for my camping. So I'm figuring I might as well make use of that food and head out there and get the experience that I was looking forward to anyways. At least I don't have to, worry about a car breaking down. Anyway, going to get started packing up here and hopefully get out of here in the next couple hours or something. Happy Camp, population 1,110, 1,085 feet. There we go, folks. I'm all packed up and on a different sort of adventure here. So I'm going to walk to the end of town here, start hitchhiking, and I'm going to go for the backpacking if I can get up there. I'm not going to plan to, hike all the way up to that trailhead. That's a good 12-15 miles of intense elevation gain, but I'm going to try to get a ride up there today. I got all day, and we'll see how it goes. If I get up there, awesome. I'll head back in there for maybe 4 or 5 days or something. I got tons of food, so I'm all good to go. If I can't get a ride up there, then change of directions and then just head south. We'll see what transpires next. If I get up there, I will definitely be doing a backpacking video of the amazing Marble Mountains. So I'm at the intersection of 16N05 and 15N10, if that means anything to you, which it doesn't. So I got a ride out of Happy Camp from a guy who got me like 5 miles up this road, heading up to one of the trailheads into the Marbles. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. I just checked the map, and it is still quite a ways to that trailhead. There's a campground there. If I can get to that campground tonight and sleep there, then I can start hiking into the Marbles tomorrow. I haven't seen a single car come along, and I've been hiking for a good 45 minutes or something. So we'll see what happens from here. It's still up in the air. I'm fine with sleeping out here tonight. Whatever happens, I'll find a spot, and we'll just see. I'm gonna have my lunch now. Decided to keep hiking. It is raining. the guy at the Forest Service office had said that there was some rain in the forecast. Later next week, like next Wednesday, it's supposed to snow in the upper elevations. So I definitely plan to be out of the mountains by then, if I even, end up going in them. But at this point, then I think I'm going to get to the, campground up there at Norcross, where the trailhead is today. If I just keep, pushing it a mile or two at a time. I think I have maybe like 4 miles left to go. And then from there I can start the hike. So we'll just see what the weather looks like tomorrow. And I haven't seen a single vehicle come up the road passing me. Marble Mountain Wilderness, 8 miles. Sulphur Springs Campground, 3 miles. Now the Norcross campground that I was shooting for is a mile past Sulphur Springs, so that's another 4 miles still to go. The Marble Mountain Wilderness, it's referring to the boundary line, so the actual trailhead to start hiking up there is 4 miles in at that Norcross campground. Things are getting interesting. A bridge over the creek, I'll show you the creek there. Looks great for a swim. Maybe not today. So I will definitely get to that Sulphur Springs campground at least, and hopefully get up to the Norcross one. We shall see, but either way, it will be good at least to stay in a campground tonight instead of on the side of the road or on a pull-out or whatever. So that's, kind of reassuring, all considering the circumstances. This is an interesting scene here. Some old shack. Be curious to know when this was built. And check this out. Pretty darn sure that's bear scat there. That is the 3rd or 4th time that I've seen it on the road hiking up here. Fortunately, I have my whistle and sound device thing to scare them off, hopefully, if I have any encounters. I hope not to. Rain coming down again, and lots of thunder. But not raining hard at all, just a little sprinkle for now. Hopefully it holds off until I'm in my tent, or it goes away completely. And things just keep getting more and more fun out here. It is now hailing. And the thunder continues. I've got to be real close to that first campground. Maybe a mile at most, I would guess. Hopefully less. I am seriously considering pushing on, though, to the next one a mile later. For one thing, it's still light out. I don't know what time it is exactly, but somewhere 5 or 6-ish. Oh, God, I saw an animal, but that's just a tree stump up there. And so if I get there in the next 15-20 minutes and then set up my tent, then I'm hanging out for a long time. I might as well go ahead and make the push, get out of the way, and then in the morning, when I wake up, depending on this weather, then I'm right at the trailhead and can just get right into the wilderness. Looks like a tree broke and fell across the road, and then they cut it up to get it off the road. Wonder if it was struck by lightning or something, or it looks really freshly fallen. And that rain's coming down harder. Hear the lightning there, I mean the thunder. I saw the lightning flash and had just enough time to get my camera out, and it is like really coming down now. That campground has got to be really close. The guy at the ranger station said, yeah, there could be a little rain tonight. This is more than just a little rain. This is pretty serious here. And check it out, I think this is poison oak here. That's the last thing I need. So, taking a little break here where it's a little drier. That campground is just taking forever to get to. It's got to be really close at this point. I'm sure that I'll end up stopping at the first one, the Sulphur Springs Campground. Fortunately, my tent is super waterproofed and tested before in heavy rain, and so I should stay dry tonight. And then we'll just see in the morning, but at this point I'm definitely feeling inclined to get out of the woods and say, you know, summer is over, and so much for my wilderness backpacking trip. Next year maybe. But we'll see, you know, things could look totally different in the morning. It might be nice weather and I might decide to go for it, but for now the plan is to get to my tent. Yeehaw, campground. Hell yeah. Warning, mountain lions sighted in this area. Do not hike alone. Okay, I broke that one. Go in groups with adults supervising children. Avoid dawn and dusk. Keep children close to you. Do not approach a lion. Do not run from a lion. Running may stimulate a mountain lion's instinct to chase. Do not crouch down or bend over. Do all you can to appear larger. Fight back if attacked. There you go, a little lesson on mountain lion encounters. So, this is the Sulphur Springs Campground. The Norcross one would be a mile up the road there. There appears to be just one campsite here, unless there's some other ones hidden somewhere, but this is a hike-in only camp spot. I guess you could park out here, but the campsite is there. There's a bridge over there. Perhaps there are some other sites across the river. And so I was scoping out that site down there and trying to find a spot that wasn't too wet to set up the tent, and was thinking about it and was like, I think I'm going to make an executive decision here and hold off on setting up the tent, because at this point, as you can probably imagine, I would rather be warm in a hotel room watching TV than spending a long night. It's not even, you know, at all dark yet, in my tent, you know, trying to stay warm and dry. And so if I set up my tent and a truck comes along, then, you know, there go my chances of getting a ride. They aren't going to wait for me to take down my wet tent. And so I decided I'm going to hang out here under this little overhang. For one thing, there's a little bit of good news, which is some blue sky out there. Maybe it will be coming this way. The rain has actually died down quite a bit, so hopefully this storm system will blow over, and if I do have to camp, then I won't be getting, you know, poured down on all night. And then there's still plenty of light, and so I may as well hang tight here a little bit and see if some deliverance comes along down the road. So that's some good news there. Sky's clearing, the rain has stopped. It's still wet and cold, but better than getting totally poured down on. I'm kind of losing hope on anybody coming along. The chances of anyone still being back up in there with this weather is pretty small, but still gonna hold off a little bit. It looks like it's getting late. Check that out, that is the Himalayas of Nepal there. A picture I took when I did the Langtang trek back in winter of 2014. The little village of Langtang at the top of the trek. Unfortunately, this region was devastated very badly by the earthquake of 2015. So check it out. I am warm and cozy in my tent here. Give you a little tour. So I know you can't see very much. Gonna grab the flashlight here and see if maybe that helps. There you go. So you can see I'm in my sleeping bag. Why the skull inside my tent? It is a biker's tent. The company is Sturgis, and it is a awesome tent. It is a one-person tent. As you can see, it's quite narrow, but it is roomy for one person. And then over here, You got the vestibule. So here's the fabric of the tent, which I'll zip up soon. And then this is the rain fly that goes over the tent. You can see maybe some water droplets out there, but they're staying on the outside. And then this is, you know, a little space next to the tent that the rain fly goes over, and then you put stuff there outside the tent. And so I'm going to zip this up. And so as you can see, I got the computer here even, lugged it on up here. It is fairly light at least. At another time, it's probably like 8 o'clock or something. So just gonna stay warm in here. I already had some dinner. I had a can of chicken rice soup, and it is one thing that I was going to discuss in the course of my backpacking video was, you know, all the stuff that I bring, the gear, the food, and all that. What I did was I ate it while I was standing up by the road there, and so I just ate it cold because I, you know, couldn't make a campfire here because I didn't want to make a smelly mess inside my tent. As I showed along the road, there is bear scats, which means there's bears around here, and so that is something you have to be very, very conscious of, is smells. Bears have an incredible sense of smell. That is like the world that they see, is this world of smells. Their sight isn't all that good. And they can smell stuff from like miles away. And so just a little insight there into what an experience like this is like, the things you have to think of and prepare for, because this is definitely a kind of extreme situation here. But fortunately now I am warm and dry and gonna be fine. It's gonna be a long night, but I will get through it. Get a little work done on the computer there. I got a book to read as well. And I am wiped out, so I will probably go to sleep here pretty soon. And tomorrow is another day. Then my mission is getting out of here one way or another. So see you in the morning. Welcome to the Marble Mountain Wilderness. Norcross, Trailhead, Klamath National Forest. You are here, Norcross, Sulphur Springs. That's where I camped last night. I'm going for it, folks. I gotta do it. As you can see, the weather has improved considerably. And, you know, I was thinking about it, and the thought of just walking back down that paved road that I walked up yesterday just sounded kind of depressing. Here I am at the edge of the wilderness that I came up here to explore. And so I'm going to do it. I'm going to hike up the trail out here and spend probably 2 to 3 nights or so back in there. I just lucked out big time and got a ride with a guy from that Sulphur Springs campground straight up here. So that saved me some energy and time. And so I'm going to keep on filming here, but that is going to be a completely different video. That is going to be the video that I originally started filming, the How to Backpack video. So look down below this video for the link if you want to watch that one. And wish me luck. All right, things worked out as good as, you know, I could have possibly hoped for.